Good morning, darlings. Today, I'm going to show you what I typically eat for breakfast as part of my health regimen when seeking to regress atherosclerosis, thickening of the arteries. Stay tuned. So before I get into making my breakfast, I've already done a couple of shots. My injection pens, here they are. See that one, SS31, B733. Now, one of these days, I might have to talk about peptides, but you know what it's like with censorship. So listen, if you want to get the uncensored version of me and or send me a private message, go to my free email newsletter, simonthebiohacker.substack.com. Sign up for the newsletter, it's free, and you can private message me there. Maybe I'll be able to talk more freely on the Substack platform, because you know what it's like in today's world. Anyway, so what are we talking about? Food. Yes, you want to talk about healthy food, right? What does one do? What kind of a diet? Can't we talk about drugs? Like can't we talk about this drug? I just love the drugs, because, you know, there's so much like, I'm anti-pharma. It's just so much fun annoying those people. All right, food it is. For those who don't know me, new to my channel, my name's Simon. I do biohackery things. I scan my arteries looking for disease, and I publicly post them in the description box down below. Every PDF file of every scan I've ever done, the coronary scans, CT angiogram, coronary calcium scan, several CIMTs, carotid intermedia thickness scans, my favorite scan, the one you need to get. I'm regressing the inner thickening, the inner wall of the arterial lining in my neck. The thickness is going down on CIMT, very unusual. Go check my results out. Listen, I don't want you having a heart attack and I don't want you having a stroke, okay? So you gotta go get this scan done. CARDIORISK.com, no affiliation, I don't get paid by them to say that. They're the best scanning company for CIMTs. Go get it done! And go back and watch my earlier videos on how to interpret your results. Now, food, all right. So I'm on the veto diet, V-E-T-O. That means I steal the very best ideas from the keto religious cult. Then I steal the best ideas from the vegan religious cult, blend the two together, give them both hugs and kisses because they're lovely, and then veto the bollocks in both. Now, approximately, you might say it translates into a plant-centric diet, but not vegan, because that would make no sense whatsoever, okay? So I tend not to eat any meat. It's not that I'm ideologically opposed, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just like, if you got a piece of steak or a piece of wild-caught salmon, which one wins, you know, nutritionally? Like, it's a no-brainer, the salmon wins. You've got some chicken or you've got some sardines, which one wins? The sardines. So this is how my mind works, right? It's all practical. I like to eat plant-centric, just chickpea vindaloo. Who doesn't like a chickpea vindaloo? Anyway, so it's plant-centric, but it's not vegan. So you're gonna see what I make for breakfast. If you didn't watch my last video on how I prepare whole oat groats that I'm gonna show you that I use now, go back and watch that video, all right? So let's get straight into it. Here's my breakfast. All right, so here's the ingredients. I've got, if you can see on this cutting board, I've got a small red plum that I cut up here. And then I have a green Granny Smith apple that I'm gonna put in too. And you'll notice that when I choose fruit, I typically go with lower glycemic fruit. I don't really eat bananas or mango or grapes or the really sweet ones. Basically, these are the sweetest fruit I eat, because the other fruit that I eat are berries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. So anyway, this is red or black plum, green tart Granny Smith apples. They go in the Big Mama bowl. I don't know why, for some reason I put the fruit in first. Don't ask me why. Most people would normally put the oat groats in first, but I don't, because I'm weird. Next up, two types of seeds here. These are sprouted pumpkin seeds, and these are sprouted sunflower seeds. I get them, I don't sprout them myself. You can buy them that way from the company that I like to get is this one, Food to Live. foodtolive.com. That's where I get my nuts and seeds. So I usually do a tablespoon of each of the seeds. So we're going to do a tablespoon of sprouted pumpkin seeds. All right. And then we're going to do a tablespoon of sprouted sunflower seeds, both of which are pretty high in omega-6, but I have such a high intake of omega-3 foods that it's okay to get omega-6 when it's naturally like this in seeds, not in processed, oils. And nuts, I usually go with macadamia nuts or walnuts. I kind of went off almonds because they're higher in oxalates, just not something I want to get into. So I'll alternate these. So right now I'm doing macadamia nuts, just a few. So basically 2 tablespoons of seeds, a few nuts, then hemp seeds. I think I got these from Food to Live as well. I buy a big bag of it, right? Store it in the fridge. Hemp seeds, pretty decent protein source, and omega-3s. The oat groats that you would have seen in the last video, prepared in the pressure cooker, stored in the fridge. There they are. Can you see in the camera? Just look how chewy they are. Look how thick, and they're so satisfying. They're so good. And like I said, you could make oat groats savory if you wanted to do curry or whatever. But I just like it in my breakfast. So just I don't know, like that much. And then, to prove that I'm not vegan, this is cottage cheese, pretty high protein source, casein protein, and I choose this brand because it's got the least amount of junk in it. In fact, it really doesn't have any fillers in it. It's only milk, cream, and salt. And I try and get low fat. The non-fat cottage cheese has got, the ones I found have got crap in them. So this is the lowest fat I could find. And again, that is just simply to try to reduce the amount of saturated fat in my diet, because those who don't know, saturated fat, which is in whole milk, is a source of raising ApoB and LDL, which you definitely don't want to be doing. And I know that those in the keto and carnivore communities, they talk nonsense about that, but they don't know what they're talking about. So I go as low fat as possible, and I just do so the brand is this one, Daisy Cottage Cheese. And again, I just picked it because it has the lowest amount of additives in it, okay? And I just do a dollop, I dollop, I don't know how you call a dollop. So I do have to, I guess when I'm done, I guess it's a pretty decent sized breakfast. And this is non-fat kefir milk. So every day I ferment a jar. Well, not necessarily every day if I brew too much, but that's the one that's fermenting right now. It just takes 24 hours to ferment. I'll do another video showing you how I do it. And this is non-fat milk kefir, which means all of the lactose has pretty much been removed, because that's part of the fermentation process. And it ends up being a very tart, tangy kind of a taste, full of probiotics, natural probiotics. So I just put it in my breakfast. And then you can see it's a pretty big bowl, but I'm I think I'm 187 pounds, 6'1". So I have a decent sized breakfast. And then what I do is I have a very minimal lunch. It's basically I'll show you another day, but it's kind of like a tin of sardines and an avocado. So I like to have a decent breakfast. Years ago I used to do a lot of fasting, but not so much anymore. And yeah, so that's basically it, right? That's my breakfast. So I'll usually just sprinkle some Ceylon cinnamon on it. So I'll get that now. And at the present moment in time, I'm this Immuno-GG SBI powder. It's not like colostrum, but it's sort of not too dissimilar. This is optional. I just got some at the moment, so I just sort of sprinkle that on. I was putting it in my shakes and stuff, but I'm just throwing it on top of there. And Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia cinnamon. Sprinkle that on top. And that's it, okay? So that's my breakfast, and I have it with black coffee with a teaspoon of glycine. So there you go. It's a pretty hefty sized bowl, but like I said, I'm 187 pounds. I like a decent breakfast, and that's my breakfast. So that's what I typically eat in the morning. You got any questions, any comments? Please do drop the comments. It feeds the algorithm, and share this video, get it out. And listen, folks, I keep nagging you, and I'm going to keep nagging you until you bloody well do it. CARDIORISK.com. Go get a CIMT scanned on of your neck. No prescription required. Okay, you need to know your intimate media thickness. You need to track it every year, because this is how you can stay on top of being forward-looking and prevent a heart attack or a stroke. There's no radiation with an ultrasound. That's all it is. So go get it. Please, go get it. I don't want you dying on me before you click the subscribe button, which hopefully you've done now. Anyway, if you found this information useful, thumbs up please. I appreciate it. Leave a comment, and I will catch you next time.